We begin with a rare moment of breaking the silence. And tonight, former President Uhuru Kenyatta has told his successor, President William Ruto, to stop blaming him for his failures.
Well, speaking in Ukambani, where he attended a church service, Uhuru castigated what he termed a blame game by Ruto's administration, which he accused of blaming everything on the past administration. Now, Uhuru's statement comes against the backdrop of repeated claims by President Ruto's administration that the former president left the country in an economic disaster.
This was retired President Uhuru Kenyatta's first public appearance since his last spat with security officers who had raided his eldest son's home in Karen. Since then, the former head of state quietly retired to private life. But his name has constantly been on the lips of leaders of the current administration, led by President William Ruto. Uhuru now says he is tired of the blame game.
Tumeambiwa sijui nini, kila saa mtu akishindwa njia ya kufanya kitu yake, sijui serikali iliyopita.
Uhuru said his successor and members of the Ruto administration have falsely been blaming him for failures of their making.
Tumezoea tu, tunasikia inaingia na inapita na tunaendelea. Kama ni namna gani?
There was laughter in church when Uhuru retorted that he won't be surprised if the senior officials of the current regime start accusing him of being behind little squabbles that would arise between a man and his wife at the family setup.
Sasa kesho yake mtasema hata watoto wakikataa ama mama akikataa kuzaa, unajua wala mimi sijui lakini.
Officials in the Ruto administration have in recent weeks intensified their attacks on the former president, blaming the Kenyatta administration for the high cost of living and runaway fuel prices, among others. Uhuru has also been blamed for his failure to manage the country's debt, as well as allegedly allowing rampant theft of public funds before and during the last general election.
We are chained to many debts. 65% of all the taxes we collect, we use to pay debt.
You need to pray for Dr. Ruto. The country he has inherited is not a very sweet story. It's a difficult story.
Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, who hosted former President Kenyatta at the church function, criticized President Ruto's handling of the fuel prices.
Lazima tuambiane ukweli. Na ukweli ni kwamba kuna hali ya ufisadi. Director of Criminal Investigation kama ndiye mhusika na wale ambao wanahusika, if they still a government in place which believes in transparency, including our international partners, you should not cover any corruption in this country.
Meantime, former President Kenyatta says his support for the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya party remains intact. Kalonzo Musyoka reiterated the Azimio stance on the ongoing national dialogue talks, saying cost of living is an irreducible minimum. Nimro Tabu, Citizen TV.